If blood is thicker than water, just know that blood is not thicker than money.
If you don't block Psquare, please watch the video to the very end. Please!
Now, for those of you who've not been following up so far, this is actually about the Psquare saga. Now, Psquare has actually gone to court. Like Peter, Paul, and Jude, they are already in court. Now, recently, Peter just testified in court. Now, this case is a case of 1.3 billion naira fraud, right? And from what Peter gave at the court, it's now really serious. Now, for some of you who want to bring in emotions and look at it from the angle of brothers, or look at it from the angle of twin brothers, or from the angle of family, I just want you to keep this your emotions by the side and apply logic and truth. Now, this is the testimony that Peter gave in court, and look at what Peter said. Peter said that they've had Psquare in existence from 1997, and they disbanded Psquare in 2017. Now, you know how many years that is, right? Now, we all had this belief that Jude was the one that propagated Psquare and made Psquare what it is, isn't it? But now there's a truth coming out, and this is what Peter said, that they've had a manager from secondary school down to university days, which was a Chioma Ogochi that managed them. Then when the Psquare became a limelight, they had another manager by guy, a late Bayo, who actually was owner of Ubuntu Music, and that person managed them for about 5 years until they needed a new manager and brought in Jude. Mind you, Jude had his own entertainment company, which is Northside Entertainment, right? So they brought in Jude as a new manager and said that Jude was going to manage Psquare as a brand and manage his own business. Now, let me tell you the catch here. Do you really understand what it means having a manager? You understand? So Psquare was already a group. It was already existing before Jude came in. Now, let me tell you what happened. Jude came in and became the sole signatory of the accounts. Yeah, you can imagine you having a manager and your manager is controlling all your accounts. Now, how does that sound? It doesn't sound professional, right? So I'm just feeling that maybe probably they let it slide them because it was brothers. I'm not sure they did it with their former managers, right? Now, because Jude became a sole signatory of all the accounts, you understand? So that means Jude had the right to do and undo, if you understand how it works. Now, this is where the whole thing is getting interesting, right? A point came when they now had problem, and in 2017 they had to disband Psquare, isn't it? So they are supposed to like share the money, any money that Psquare has made. Now, for the rest 5 years until they came back in 2021, so many things have been going on that we don't know. But now it's seeming to if you want to understand the whole story, now you can look at it from the angle that Jude is someone who was smart enough to understand the business better than his brothers. Now, Paul might be taking side with Jude for whatever reason, and we don't really know. That's not the bone of contention now. But Peter is not in for any of that. Now, this whole thing came to limelight because Peter found out that Jude had another company. Now, not just having another company was a problem, but the very fact that they were stealing money from the Psquare, because he said they wanted to sell albums to some company who came to check, and they have to like check the records, and he requested for the back end of everything that's going on with the Psquare songs, you know, whatever is going on, how the streaming is going, what money is coming in, and Jude tried to play back and forth with him. Paul was also in playing such games with him, and he had to seek legal counsel. Now, this is a case of fraud, theft. Irrespective of we are looking at it from brothers and family, but it's a case of theft. And by all right, the young man had every right to actually seek redress in court. Like he has to go to court and know what happened to the money. Now, I want to hear your own opinion in the comment section. If you were to be in Peter's shoes, what would you do? And if you were to be in Jude's shoes, what were you supposed to do? And then if you were to be Paul, who's playing, I don't know, he's actually on Jude's side, what will you do? From everybody who's looking at Psquare ever coming back, you already know this is like a major rift. If you're thinking Psquare will have to come back after this, it's going to take a lot of work to be done. So for those of you who do not understand what's been going on, like I said, is put away emotions and let's face the truth and bring in logic here. What side are you on? I'll see you guys some other time.